Alrighty, we're going to do a bit of a Sengoku guide here, a bit of a walkthrough, a bit of a talk through. P.S. Guys and girls, if anybody's got Twitch Prime, don't forget to use it. Don't forget, we are an EGC Finals participant now. Top 12 in the whole world. Fantastic, fantastic. And here we're going to do a proper Sengoku walkthrough. Now, this is a ranked ladder match, meaning I am against a real dude, so things may go awry, but I'll try and give you a walkthrough anywho. So Sengoku, what do they benefit from? Well, I've been playing a bit of a fun style. So one thing I really like with Sengoku is getting one of these nice early markets. Now, it only costs you 50 wood for this market, and very strangely, you can indeed get it in Dark Age, which will be a thing later. So first and foremost, I'm going to put 5 dudes on wood. One guy's going to build the market and a house. I'll get a few guys on the food as well. Now you might notice something a bit funny about the map. It's a bit like when you play KT, where all the relics are revealed. Well, for us, all the wildlife food is revealed. Now, to get this cracking ASAP, which is what we want, we'll wait for these guys to be pretty close to 125 drop-off. Do it manually. Boom, Bob's your uncle. I'll tell you what, we'll get up to about 4 on food for now. So we can indeed just not worry about the wood at all. And we'll rally our first guy over to a ball. Our first yatai, that is. Now we're going to focus primarily on wood. So this yatai covers pretty much all the res here that we might want. Very, very smooth. And with the next drop off of these 5, we'll get another yatai. And you know what? We'll rally over there to another ball. On this map, there are multiple balls, 2 on each side. So if you're a foodie civ, pretty damn perfect for that kind of stuff. Okay. Second yatai incoming. Now, what does this yatai do when it gets to a camp like this? Well, number of nearby dudes. It will give you food. Now, they are quite stocky. They're quite slow as well. So you do have to look after them, but they don't die immediately. And they're classed as a worker as well, so it's not like a cav or anything. It doesn't take extra damage against the spears early on. Very nice. And again, just focusing, focusing, focusing. Getting that food income blossoming. And very soon, we'll get our third and final yatai. Since you can only get 3 in Dark Age. But I tell you what, that is better than a kick up the bum, for sure. So, next 50 wood that we're going to get, we're going to make sure that we are indeed getting a forge kind of in the range here. So we're getting very decent income on that front. And I want to make sure I don't get housed here as well. So I'm going to plonk this third yatai kind of in my base, because with this big sheep drop-off and these berries right next door, we should be able to satiate a nice little situation here for ourselves. And so far it's collecting 44 per minute, and that should go up here with these sheep all arriving. Solid. So 3 yatai, all collecting about 60 food per minute, and they do work to boost this. So currently no bonus gather rate, but soon that'll change. Because as you can see with these guys, they have a little bar filling up. When that fills up, you'll literally produce a little trade cart that will come over to your base and be like, hey, here's 50 food, and it will boost this by 5% every time. So really, really nice. And yes, KJ, are you here to learn? Here to enjoy? Gonna get some Tawara now that we've got this tech on the go. And I've been playing with this Ryokan. I am pretty much certain that the other landmark with the Shinobi will get a nerf. And so I've been practicing with this one instead for the time being. I like it. I like it. Alrighty. So I'm going to go head over to my opponent again. See what's actually going on their side of things. We have got the Berry Boost level 1 now, which is pretty handy. It will help, and as this keeps on getting boosted. So what are these guys doing? He's fighting a wolf. And a boar. So I'll tell you what, we'll make his life a bit more problematic here. We'll hit that scout. Oof, got him. And which one? We'll hit that guy. Oh, that one? Let's go. Okay, we won't be able to stop that. So I'll tell you what. We'll just kind of waste his time a little bit here. Still macroing at home. Oh, a second TC. Player. Alright. Things are still moving along very nicely. We'll get another Yatai here, and we'll put the other Yatai over there, I reckon. So that'd be really nice. So as we see, not too much to worry about. I'll get the Takizaiku, level 2 berries. And that means eventually we will be very, 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 very good. But once we get rid of all these sheep, we can then just move very swiftly onto the berries, and there's plenty of them on this map. So very soon you'll see that this guy will do the caravan jobber. Now I'll kind of have a look at it, just so you can see what actually happens. Whenever it is going to happen. It's going to happen very soon. Over yonder, we'll start working on... There we are. So he's got 50 food, and he's just going to go deliver that and boost this. Very handy stuff. So eco-wise, berry upgrade's done, so that means when we do go on these berries, it'll be very, very nice for us. I'm just going to get one stable for now. Actually, I might get another. Given that our opponent's fairly defensive here, kind of contemplating my choices. But one thing I do know is that eco-wise, he's definitely a big dog. This means that all these units that have been close to this will regenerate, so it covers all my gold dudes, all my worker dudes. It's very handy, and it's a permanent buff as well, and that. So very soon, we're going to have enough resources here to get a nice age up going. Stone-wise, also pretty important for this civ. Because one big thing here is this Daimyo clan estate. Works a little bit similar to how Japan works, in that you can boost your dudes, but with upgrades primarily, because the daimyo that you make from it, which is basically a knight, it will buff all your units, not just the one that you're making it for. So it's kind of like a wide range buff. Now, we'll get the sake brewery over yonder, and I'll make sure to keep 5 guys on it, because that works as like an infinite gold source, if you will. So this now, it's got 10% extra gather rate, very, very, very handy. We have quite a bit of wood, quite a bit of stuff going on, and one big important thing, build your buildings, because if you build any production in this, it'll produce 20% faster, which is a really, really, really big deal when you're trying to gun out as many dudes as possible. Now, we just heard that delivered again, so 15% boost. So this food income, even with just 3, given that we've got a few yatais in pretty nice locations here, they are all doing a great job just boosting. So, what next? As we hit age 3, very important age up. Oh, they actually manually went onto that. I'll get a nice Buddhist temple, start picking up relics. We can also start thinking about getting another yatai. Now the next yatai will have to be a little bit adventurous. But you know what? I'm a man that likes to live dangerously. So I'm going to get some more upgrades here, because gold-wise we're going to be good. And I'm going to start focusing on samurai and the daimyo. The daimyo itself, as you can see, it's a different dude entirely. What he does, he will boost all your military units, doesn't matter what kind they are, to deal 20% faster attack hits, basically. Sorry for my English. Now we can start getting these Iki Oko monks. Very handy. This must be getting close to... Yeah, okay. It's getting pretty good. Pretty far along. And now, all of a sudden, we have 3 samurai, a daimyo. We have level 1 piercing armor. Very handy. I think some of the next stuff will probably get that. And I will have to start thinking about more gold and what kind of unit comp we want to go for. Because right now he's got a bunch of spears, which are very handy for fighting against our fellas. Get more monks out. We also got the speed upgrade on the go. Very handy. And as time goes by, we're just going to try and slow down our opponent. Just a smidge. And I think now that we are where we are in this game, we can start thinking about some stone as well. So we've been a sneaky chappy over here. Quite a few spears indeed. And I tell you what, we'll focus on a few upgrades here as well. Eco upgrades are very important, especially when you're in a game like this. So just making sure that everything's flowing very well. Now that is definitely a good few spears. But eco-wise, we're absolutely crunching here. I do have to be a tiny bit careful about what he makes next, because it's not as if my army is amazing against these spears. It could probably win a direct fight, but right now, do I need to take a direct fight? Not really, no. So, we have very fast cav, that movement speed buff, very handy. So, our horsemen alone move 2.06, some of the fastest horsemen in the game. Now, I would like to start getting some of those crossbows. I'll tell you what, we'll go for this military academy. And what are we at here? We're at 30% now, so we could technically start working on our next Matsuri, start getting that buffed up. And I'll tell you what, I might go plonk it over yonder. So here again, eco very solid. We do have enough stone to get anything we want. We just need wood. Now, even though these guys are good against cows, we can utilize that speed that we have, and we also heal over time because of that Ryokan. So this is a lot about just control and all that jazz. This is kind of the first moment for our opponent to really start trying to do something against us. Unfortunately for him, we're pretty ready for this. And I guess with all this stone, if we do want to kind of keep this Matsuri safe, because there's a lot of resources here, could be a good idea. We got a couple of towers. Faster cav means map control. Now he is on 2TC and has been for a long time. But our eco is also extremely solid. Extremely. Might even get this for now. So we can start thinking about farm transitions and things like that. We will get... I guess we've got a few choices here. We can get extra cav damage, or extra cav health, and extra Yatari damage with a tier 2 estate. But I think this game, it'll be a smart move to focus on the range homies. I do. So I'll tell you what, go hunting with those guys. Lots and lots and lots of gold. Great stuff. And remember, our cav is way faster than his cav. So that is perfect for us. That's quite a big army he's got, for sure. We'll get... I'm actually going to get this, the level 2. So I can basically turn my homies into longer range and have better range armor. Now the range armor is not necessarily the most important thing in the world. My ship's in the night. But it helps. Keeping these guys as safe as possible is just a good move. And again, our units are faster than his. Our range units at that. We're going to get more Daimos because we can. And we don't particularly want to fight. Like, we're very happy in the position that we're in. I'll tell you what, one thing that we can definitely start thinking about is farms again. So that'll help with this Yatai over here. And we can get that jobber. Because we got the Ryokan, our units do very, very, very slowly heal, but they do heal. And now, given that we're where we are, still got a lot of stone. Getting lots of upgrades as well. Don't need to get the range damage upgrades, which is actually a really nice big deal. So we've got the gold one here, the Yatai there. So as these farms are being produced, we get more resources. Bit of a raid. Somehow he snuck by. Thought he was actually going to go for my Yatai, but not at all. So we'll clean these up with what we can. Definitely took a bit of damage. Didn't want to. But alas, what can you do sometimes, eh? Now we're going to take this opportunity to run around a bit. See if there's any damage we can get done. Now he has got the hospitaler wing, meaning his workers are significantly faster. And we can get another one of these. In general, I'd say it's a good idea spacing those out because they do boost your production speeds and whatnot. But again, if you're going for this kind of playstyle, these units are healing very, very, very slowly. Very slowly. So I'm focusing on a lot of stone right now. I'll tell you what, we'll get the Yatai rain or cavalry extra damage. And again, still a lot of wood here. So that's really good for us. It's really good for us. This Yatai over here giving us 72 extra food per minute. We have a lot of horsemen there. I tell you what, our Sengoku Shigari count is getting pretty scary Mary. Now one thing that can be really good, if we get just a tiny bit of extra stone, we can actually say to ourselves, we can get the 3rd level, but he's here. So I'll tell you what, let's be a little bit careful about these fights for now. We do have a pretty decent counter against most of his units here. And now we can get the 3rd thing here. And we can get Mounted Samurai to have an extra 4 damage against infantry. Which is amazing. Okay, that Yatai is collecting nicely. 30% on that one as well now. Gonna get some more Daimos, and now we can get Levies. Levies are quite special. So in these daimos, the ones that are the stable ones, as in here, every 2 minutes you can produce a unit for free. It's very handy. Very handy. So every time they stand still, they get extra range. So 6.5, and you can see 4 armor. We'll see if we can get any raiding done over yonder. This is a fairly safe spot here. And we do have all the upgrades that we want for our units. And at this point, I'm thinking that... Well, actually, this is going totally fine here. We're doing a lot of damage with the cav. And these dudes, they're handy. So we can start thinking about getting Imp here, which I think would be lovely jubbly. Micro in a bit. Keeping him busy, keeping us busy. And again, we're very, very, very fast. Oof. That was for a keep or so. Could have been. Either way. Well, he's definitely got a keep outside my base. Definitely does. So I'll tell you what. We're a bit all over the shop here. But 46 of those hand cannon bros. Nothing to scoff at, I tell you. Tell you what, we can probably get another market there for eventually. Just so we've got another place to put farms. And if we fight like this, with all these guys behind, he's gonna be in trouble! And remember, our samurai also do more damage to this infantry. And I'll tell you what, when you see how much damage they actually do, this army just melts. Very much feels sort of unfair. So yeah, I'm going to lose a few units. But we are getting ridiculously close here. I'll tell you what, we'll do that. And we're going to start thinking about getting Imp, I reckon. Boost this one. So whenever you build a new yata or new market thing, you do have to make sure that you boost it over here, just to make sure it's going to start getting the buff. Now with these levies, with the cavalry ones, I'm not sure how they all work, but with the cavalry one, if you build the horseman-y one, you'll get 2. So don't think that you always have to make the samurai one, because it doesn't work like that. We'll go for the statue over yonder. And we've got 50 of those now, which is mental. So eco count, we're not ridiculously high, but we're rich. So what do I have mainly? I have mainly the samurai. And remember, because we've got the level 3 Daimo, every unit that we make does actually pop out and produce a nice, lovely, jubbly deflective shield no matter what you've got on it. So, we're going to get the upgrades for these fellas. And also the samurai. Oh, well, there we go, team. That is one way that you can play some Sengoku. Totally different approach with having this landmark here, the Ryokan, for a big house, meaning that all your units heal over time. So anytime that you are harassing and running around and stopping their eco, those units heal. Granted, they heal slowly, but they do heal. And you have a very, very, very solid income. Very solid. Almost using these a bit like granaries in a way, which I think is fun. The army, incredibly solid. And when you're getting all these tier 3 upgrades as well, some of the next things that I'd work on, getting a university out, so getting cav health, getting the hand cannoneer upgrade for these guys, so they do a little bit more damage and move a bit faster, right, when they shoot melee units, infantry units specifically. But this was, yeah, pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. So my opponent, he went 2 TC with KT. We scouted it, so I went Dark Age 3 Yatai into just a couple of horsemen,